Oh my gosh, I hope we have enough people to show up. Hey Dave, you better get out here. There's a packed house in here tonight.
Okay, Orb, I'll be right there.
I mean, there's a lot of people in here. It's gonna be a great show.
Okay, Orb, okay, I'm just putting on my tie.
All right, guys, we're gonna get this show started shortly. And for all those dads out there, happy Father's Day tomorrow. We're gonna have a blast. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So many people in here. Just stay right there. I'm gonna take a picture with my eye. There, I took a picture with my eye. Now let's get going, Dave.
I'm gonna be right there, Orb.
All right, have fun, guys.
It's This Justin Is Comedy Club show with your very special guest stars, Emma Paxton, Nancy Wright, Kelly Zemnickis, Lacy Lansford, Bill Douglas, and your headliner, Brett Singer, with co-host Vicky Plummer. And now, without further ado, the father of this Justin News, the Randy Savage of puppets, please welcome A.A. Ron! Yay! Yay! Happy Father's Day, y'all!
Comedy Club Show. I am your host, A.A. Ron. I am running solo tonight. I am completely solo tonight. I haven't run solo in months. And I think I hear, is there actually an ocean behind me? Oh, there is. But I think I hear somebody else's ocean going on. Okay, now I don't hear someone else's ocean going on. Hey, it's This Justin News Comedy Club Show. What would it be without a few technical difficulties, right? But we try to keep them down, guys. Thank you so much for being part of the show. You know what? It's been a great week, hasn't it? I mean, look, it's already the middle of June. No one thought it was going to make it to June 2020 again. I mean, 2021. We're pretty sure it's 2021, right? I think so. I mean, it's still kind of pandemic 1.5 because some people are out and some people are not. You know, it's amazing what's going on in the world, but you know, that's okay. We're here live on Zoom and we're having a great time. And I'm letting people know that the first week of August, it's going to be the 1-year anniversary of This Justin News Comedy Club show. And I would love for everybody to show up here and be part of that. I'm going to make a special show out of that. And we'll see what we do after that, because, you know, without you guys, this show wouldn't be around. So thank you so much for being part of this show. All right. With that being said, and without my co-hosts and my tech people, I want to find my first comic. She is a great comic, and I love to have her up here. Please welcome from Rochester, New York, Emma Paxton, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me. So have you guys ever noticed that stand-up comedians are basically obsessed with analogies? Like, just tell analogies all day? Like, an analogy to a stand-up comedian is like, I don't know, I didn't do well for the SATs. You know, people are really into the self-love thing. Like, you have to love yourself, just love yourself. It's like, my only thing stopping me from that is that I just don't want to be the one to say it first. I'm too cool for that, you know? Speaking of love and all that, you know, on the radio, like, every song is a love song. Like, that's the only thing you're allowed to sing about, apparently. Like, I just wish once it would be realistic, like, because I'm not seeing the evidence of these songs out in real life. I just wish they're realistic. Just like, to me, you're the best in the world. The best? I don't know about the best. I mean, there's always room for improvement. I need you day and night. Okay, if I said that, I would be labeled clingy and codependent. I'd walk 1,000 miles just to see you. 1,000 miles. I can't even get you to walk 2 miles to talk to me, or 2 steps to talk to me. 1,000 miles. Let's start with a quarter mile. You know, like, vision boards are really popular. And people are like, just put on your vision board and it'll come true. So does that mean I just get some like poster board that's like from, that 8th grade poster board, and it's so flimsy and bendy. It's basically like an Olympic gymnast, just like bends super easily. And then I just put everything I want on the board, and then I don't have to do anything, right? It just comes true automatically.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works, right?
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm pretty sure. But ever notice how there's like a day for everything now? Like, it's taco day.
Mhm.
It's talk like a dumbass day. It's make your own day. Like, there's no days left. Like, we've just all run out. Like, when is it shut up day? So I was thinking about like summer and past summers, and when I was a kid, and I'd be driving past like McDonald's or, a place with really good snacks. I'd be like, Mom, can we stop and get a snack? And she'd be like, no, I have a snack in my purse. But the snack in her purse is like a granola bar from 1975. It's blazing in the hot sun. And it's like a mixture of, dried lipstick and tissues from like a decade ago. And it tastes like everything else in the purse, and it's stale, and it's just blazing. And you're like, this is not the snack I wanted at all. And it reminds me of another thing, like when, like with my grandma, and I'd be like so excited to like get something to eat in the fridge. And then I'd like see a, yogurt container, and like usually yogurt isn't the most fun food, but let's say it's like chocolate yogurt, like that can be fun, light kind of. So I'm like, go for the chocolate yogurt. And then I open the container, and it's like frozen broccoli from last week. And I'm pretty sure this is when I learned like how to deal with crushing disappointment just my entire life. It just kind of set the stage, and now I'm a pro. Because when you're an adult, you basically have to do, But have you guys heard of like cryotherapy? Has anyone heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that was what I did like ages 12 to 25. And I didn't have to pay for it either. At all. Like podcasts are really popular. But I feel like podcasts are just like evidence, like, what's going on in the real world. Like, we're just really starved for entertainment. It's like, do you want to have an hour-long conversation in real life? Like, no, my mouth hurts too much to talk. Do you want to listen to an hour-long conversation to feel like you're part of it, but you're really not? Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you so much. Have a great night.
All right, let's give it up for Emma Paxton, everybody. And Emma, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram. I do a lot of reels and all that stuff. EMP_comedy_.
Awesome. That's great. Are you doing any live shows yet, or are you still doing a bunch of Zoom?
I'm still doing mostly Zoom, but I'll probably do some live pretty soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Emma. That was a great set. And
Thank you.
I relate to her about that granola bar, because I can't imagine how many times I've eaten a snack out of my mom's purse, and I wondered, what decade did she put this in? Yeah, it tasted like the inside lining, right? Yeah, it was terrible. But you know what? I compare that to what the lunch my dad used to feed us when we went out to town. We wouldn't get fast food. We would get pressed meat, a bag of chips, and a pop. That was a hungry man's meal. You were hungry right afterwards. That did not feel like that whatsoever. That was disgusting. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a great comedian. And now we're going to have another great comedian. I met her through Greg Dean's, if I get it right, Greg Dean's comedy club class. And she is a great comedian. And she brought a lot of her friends here tonight. So please, all of you let's please welcome from Huntington Beach, California, Nancy Wright. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. And thank you to all my friends for showing up here. I want to talk about being a middle child. I happen to be a middle child. Are any of you middle children? Don't bother raising your hand because nobody cares and nobody really even likes middle children. No one in the family, maybe the school principal, maybe the district attorney. But it's crazy being a middle child in a family with 4 kids. We kind of look normal on the outside, but inside we were competing and gambling like hungry alligators waiting to be made into purses and betting on which one would get the most money. My family was kind of like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich made with fresh white bread. My parents were the bread holding it all together, and the kids were the peanut butter and the jelly. Being in the middle, I was the day-old wilted lettuce. It didn't belong, nobody liked it, and it was the first thing tossed out. I didn't ask to be middle. I didn't even ask to be a part of this family. I wanted to be part of another family, like the 5 beagles or the 5 chihuahuas across the street. They played together and had a lot of fun, and they were obviously loved and cared for. I tried barking and humping my little brother, but all I got was a shot collar and sent to the garage. Sometimes I thought I might have a superpower and was invisible because no one paid attention to me. It's been hard because I was never anyone's favorite, not at school, not at home, not even at the liquor store. It's weird because I learned to make food and drink come out of my nose. And I perform my special talent at the dinner table for my family. I found my place in the family. I got attention and I loved it. I got pretty good at it. I could even make hamburger come out of my nose. For the first time in my life, I felt important and accomplished. My parents told me that I was a disappointment. The only way I knew how to express myself was to tell them, I hate you and I wish you were dead. I must have been invisible because they just ignored me. I also told them they were my biggest disappointment in my life. And then I ran away across the street to go live with the chihuahuas. My older sister was first and better at most everything. It made me not like her. So I beat her up a lot. I always got in trouble. And I don't want to sound like a whiner, but being the middle child was a very bad deal. Middle is just another word for insignificant. Middle child syndrome isn't even recognized as an official diagnosis. No one really likes middle children. No one feels promoted to the middle. Winners don't finish midway. The only way out of being in the middle is to lose one of the siblings. It's crazy. But I stuffed my little brother in the trunk of the car. After a few hours, I missed him and I joined him in the trunk. We didn't have a gun or anything, but we played a game called Murder and we had a blast. No one even wants to sit in the middle on a plane or a train or a car. It's hard because they're the most uncomfortable seats. They're lumpy, they're hard, there's less room for your legs and your feet. In the middle seat on a flight, you're inevitably seated between 2 gross, fat, stinky people. You gotta sit there for a few hours. Just the word middle indicates negativity. Here are some examples. Middle finger. Midlife crisis. Middle management. Middle school. Middle class. It's not first, it's not next. Not left, not right, not top and not bottom. The middle is not interesting and it's not even celebrated. In closing, here are some comedians that are middle children. Johnny Carson, David Letterman, Judd Apatow, Owen Wilson, Robin Williams, Amy Schumer, and me. I'm Nancy Wright, and thank you for coming out tonight.
And Nancy, with all your friends here, please tell us where we can find you on social media.
You're our favorite, Nancy.
Nancy Wright on Facebook. I also go by Lily Gumdrops on Facebook and Instagram. But Nancy Wright's good.
All right. Thank you so much, Nancy. That was a great set, guys. And thank you. And that's Dean Lewis's class. If I said Greg Dean, there's so many Dean, Lewis, Greg Dean. After a while, all the names run together, but Dean Lewis does a great show. So a great class. And I do recommend doing that. I know a few of us have done that. That was a great set. And you know what? I don't have anything to relate with Nancy because I was the oldest. So I broke my parents in. So they broke their hands on my ass is what they did. They broke their hands on my ass for everything. And my sister got away with everything. So I kind of just don't feel sorry for middle kids. But you know, that's the way it goes. That's how life went on the farm. I had to, I had my own room until my parents kept adding on siblings. Yeah, my mom said, you know what? You can treat your bedroom as like you can be a camp counselor or a summer camp. And I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? So I sent them on like to make dream catchers. I made them saying kumbaya, and I sent them on an overnight trip to my parents' bedroom for a snipe hunt. So that's what I got to do. All right, enough of that joke. I'm gonna get going here. Up next, and I gotta find her because now I gotta do the hunt. This comedian won my favorite game show because I run it. It is called Bombing Run, and it's at 8:00 Eastern time on Fridays. And that's where 3 comedians compete with a mysterious judge deciding who's first, second, and third place. And first place people get to go on my Saturday show. And this comedian has won, and she's been on my show before. So please give a warm welcome for Toronto, Canada, Kelly Zemnickis, everybody. Woo!
Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, such a pleasure to be here. Anybody else feel like Nancy might end up on a Law and Order episode? With the way it's going to happen. Thank you so much for having me here tonight. Friends, I've had a really awesome day. I had a big breakthrough in therapy this morning. I'm feeling so good. I'm really proud of this. I've been doing therapy for about 6 months. So I started in the pandemic, and I didn't think I would hit this so quickly, but today my therapist said for the first time, Kelly, that will be great in your set. Good. I feel so good. I didn't think I would unlock this level of achievement this quick. So it's nice, to know that my therapist feels comfortable enough to start giving me tags. That's good. Another thing that is good is I found love during the pandemic, which is pretty crazy. I met my boyfriend in a Zoom meeting, which, you can snicker, but I feel like in 5 years from now, this will be a very old-timey and quaint way to have met someone. Yeah, it's been wild. Like he's in California, so for the past 6 months, this is how we've been dating. So if I were to, describe my boyfriend to you, I could tell you he is 1080 pixels. And he gets to tell his friends that his lady lives in Canada. So basically we both sound like we're lying. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one my therapist likes. So clearly he was on the right track. That's good to know. Good to know. Speaking of romance, I just want to give a quick shout out to my next door neighbors, who for the past 8-9 months now have been giving me a nightly reminder of what it sounds like to have sex. So
Oh.
really appreciate it. Yeah. Again, my boyfriend lives in California, so this side of the wall has been as dry as California is right now. So I appreciate it. Yeah, the moaning each night just lulls me to sleep. Oh, God. I wouldn't describe myself as a foodie, but I'm an OG foodie. Because back in like 5th grade, I used to bring homemade apple pies and peach cobblers to parties.
Yeah, this is a curse. We'll keep an eye on.
That is what every 10-year-old wants for their birthday, right? Is a homemade creme brulee. Ours Screw the Nintendo. Yeah, in hindsight, this was not the way to find out if Todd liked me. You know, it really wasn't. But it was the way to find out that Todd had a severe nut allergy. So,
Oh.
yeah, he's fine. He's fine. You know, when I think about it, like back then, you know, I got invited to parties a lot as a kid, which was great for my ego. But I think it was just like the moms and dads pushing their kids to invite me because I was basically catering for free, right? Really, it's really what I was doing. I'll just leave you guys on this. I'm still processing how crazy 2020 was, you know. I probably because Toronto is still kind of stuck in 2020. But last year was crazy. Like every month felt like a year. You know, we didn't have the month of November. We had the year of November, that kind of crap. It was wild. I started off 2020. I was 41 years old. And the year 53. Thanks, Zemnickis. Thanks so much.
All right,
Yay.
give it up for Kelly Zemnickis, everybody. And Kelly, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at thelatvianfoodie. For those who are here in the Zoom chat, I've put it in my handle. Or you can head to YouTube and look up Kelly Zemnickis. I have a fantastic YouTube channel, I think.
Yes, it is. And she does a cooking show, and hopefully in July I can be on it. Maybe I can cook something up. I hope so. So,
Yeah.
All right. Are you doing any live shows, or are you still doing a lot of Zoom because you're in Canada?
Well, in Toronto, we don't have the ability to do stuff together in big groups yet, but I have booked my first in-person show for the end of July, and I'm so excited. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great to hear. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, you know what? Zoom comedy has brought us all together. She's all the way in Canada. She's met her, her boyfriend in California. And she's calling this the old-fashioned way of meeting people. I met my wife the old-fashioned way. Craigslist. Yeah. Yeah, Craigslist. It started out as ice cream. Next thing you know, she's with me. She's stuck with me now. Forever and ever and ever. Oh, I'm sorry. I love her to death. She's not here, and that's how much she loves me. Oh my gosh. So we're up to our next comedian, and this comedian was driving and making sure that she could make it all the way here to the beach. I mean, look at the beach here, guys. See, where's the bartender? Who forgot to hire I forgot to hire the bartender. I'm sorry, guys. There's no drinks after the show tonight, apparently. I thought I hired the guy. But this comedian is coming to us from all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Please welcome to the stage, Lacy Lansford, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
That's me. Oh my goodness, is my sound check? Okay, it is now. I accidentally muted. Hey, technology when you're almost 50. What's up? All right. I got to tell you guys, it's really thrilling to be in a Zoom show as opposed to teaching a Zoom classroom. Do we have any teachers in the crowd? Where are the teachers? Yeah, Bill, I know you, buddy. So I just finished up 21 years of teaching middle school.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And Nancy, that is the correct response to that revelation. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
It's always fun when you're teaching and you realize things you shouldn't be saying as they come out of your mouth. That's just, well, there it is. Looky there, y'all. I teach band. Yay, band.
Yeah, woo.
Bando commandos. And you can call your little flutes, fluty flutes, fluty flutes. I love those little fluty flutes. How are my horny horns doing over here? Oh. Horny horns. I don't know if the sound went out or what happened there, but I called the horns the horny horns. It was not the right thing to call them, even though they're in middle school. It's a given. You don't want to point it out, But they were working on their lip slurs and their double tonguing, so they were just fine over there. And I went back over to the woodwinds. I said, hey, clarinetters. Okay, clarinetters is fine. I'm not going to get written up for that one. Hallelujah. Y'all were having some trouble with your A's yesterday. Everybody look, see how big your A-hole is there? Yes, Karen, I know it's also called the B-hole. You're very perceptive. Thank you. Y'all just keep on working on your fingering. Yeah. Why are y'all laughing at that? You're 11 years old. I may have to call some parents about privacy settings on the children's devices. Hey. So clarinetters, we're just going to move on and go back to the tromboners. Hey guys, with the slides, singer. Oh, tromboners. Oh, I said it again. Call me Britney Spears, because oops, I did it again. That bell ain't ringing anytime soon. I'm stuck in here with a bunch of a-holes. Okay. So actually, you move the slide. You got to get your slide in the right position, right, guys? And your D, it's not in tune. Some of y'all, your D is too long. It's too long and it's saggy, and you really talking about the note D. If you're too short, nobody likes a sharp one. Okay, we're just gonna go at this point. As you do. I'm not the only one who may perhaps say some things that are a little out of the ordinary. In class, I have 2 boys, 2 sons. Let's hear it for the moms.
Yeah.
Such a strange stance to take the day before Father's Day. Am I right? So, yay, dads too. You're good stuff. My boys are very Latino. And I don't know if you can tell from my ring lights. I'm not, y'all. I am not at all. And sometimes my students, when they first see pictures of my little Latino sons, they say things like, Miss Lansford, or is your husband like Mexican or something? Because that's totes appropriate in San Antonio. But I just tell them, hey guys, they're adopted. Actually, my boys are adopted. And then I had a kiddo once look at me and say, do they know? And she just froze there waiting for the answer for the longest time. I thought, it was back in real life. It wasn't on Zoom. There wasn't like a connection issue with their internet okay. So I say, yes, they do know. And, I love teaching other people's children music, but when you teach your own children music, you find out what your limitations are, especially when they're coming at you with a harmonica and they're 6 years old and you know what that ride home soundtrack is going to sound like. And then you're so thrilled to have another son who is so blunt that sometimes you worry about his ability to filter himself. And he tells the other one, I think that's enough for today, don't you? I love it. He says what we're all thinking, and it's so cute out of the mouths of babes. My name's Lacy Lansford, and you have been a great crowd. Thank you for listening to my stories.
All right. Let's give a big round of applause for Lacy Lansford. And Lacy, where can we find you on social media?
I am on Instagram at Lacy the Comic and also Facebook at Lacy the Comic as well.
Sweet. And do you got any live shows coming up?
I don't. I'm actually being down here in Texas. You know, it's kind of the Wild West down here, and we've had live shows for a little while, and I've had some, but I don't have any coming up per se because we're on a family vacation right now. I'm actually up closer to Oklahoma than I am San Antonio. Hey, how you doing?
There you go. That sounds great. So, well, you're at the beach, so you might as well have
Yes,
a Mai
I'm at the
Tai
beach.
and- might as well have a Mai
It's
Tai
fabulous beach.
and relax there. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh, let's remove that one. And I'm still running the tech. I remember how to run tech on my own show. That's a great thing to know. Yeah, I know. It's amazing what you're supposed to do when you have nobody else helping you, and you've learned how to depend on others. Now you got to depend on yourself. And I'm not very dependent. I'm independent. I don't know. There's a joke somewhere, I think. Oh, the next comedian coming up the stage is a very, very good friend of mine. And actually, me and him are doing a show in Omaha, Nebraska, in about the end of July. And this is the first time me and him are going to meet. And he's a great comedian. We do a couple feedback mics together. So if you guys are interested, just hit us up and see if you want to spend a little time learning how to cut up your set, make a better joke, and learn that it's too long or too short. So please welcome to the stage a great comedian from New Hampshire. Please welcome Bill Douglas. Yeah.
Woo!
Take a look, folks. Take a good look. This is 34 years of teaching middle school science.
Yeah.
And 56, balding, dealing with the declining sex drive. My wife's. I keep getting emails asking, need identity theft protection? Seriously? Brett, you want to be me? No. Ellie, you want to be me? Don't think I need to buy identity theft protection. I wrote a joke about unibrows. It's a one-liner.
No.
I still remember my first faculty meeting. The principal asks this tough question. We're all thinking. Finally, this nervous teacher says, "This may be a horrible idea, so go ahead and criticize me." And I blurt out, "I hate your sweater." A student was complaining about his astronomy test grade, and we went round and round. I hear him mumble, "Why don't you stick this where the sun doesn't shine?" And I'm thinking, oh, so you do know about black holes. I wrote a joke about a tightrope. It's a one-liner. So after shows, people come up and tell me their problems. And I don't know. I think they see this and see a face they can trust. But I wish they saw this and saw the truth. A face that doesn't really give a shit. After 27 years of marriage, I think my wife is finding religion. She keeps saying, men. But she can't be too religious because it's been a long time since I've heard her cry out, "Oh God, oh God." She's in the bathroom. She loves that electric toothbrush. I wrote a joke about cocaine. It's a one-liner. Yeah, a real Rick Snorter.
Do you want to know anybody else that's
so complex? Yeah, I imagine simpler times, like cave people times. I mean, what did they stress out about? I can't enjoy the tar pits. Wonder if I remember to put out the cave fire. If this is prehistory, I'll never be famous. Mom, seriously? Leopard skin? That is so Paleozoic. Everyone's wearing zebra stripes. What about crime scene investigators back then? CSI Neanderthal. This was no accidental fire. Arson investigators found 2 sticks, and they didn't rub themselves together. We matched the prints to Grog, the cave finger painter. The killer knew what he was doing. This stick has been sharpened. I wrote a joke about metal rulers. It's a slapstick. And finally, I'm diabetic, so I have to have regular blood work. And after my last blood test, my doctor said, you got some good news and bad news. Your sugar is good, but your son is not yours. News. Thank you very much. I'm Bill Douglas.
All right, let's give it up for Bill Douglas. Yeah. And Bill, what cave do we find your social media on?
Lucerne in France. It's the cave that's kind of got the mastodons.
Oh, good, because I know he doesn't have much social media. But Bill, you are on a few shows. You're doing live mics right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of going live and virtual. I'm doing a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. And you can find him, like you said, in a cave, and go check him out. And you know what I realized listening to Bill and listening to Lacy is that they're both teachers and they both talk about things you're not supposed to talk about. And, you know, I work in mechanical piping, so it's okay to talk about female and male fittings and nipples. Yeah, I can talk about nipples all day and I'm good. No one gets on my case because that's part of the whole thing. And cock valves and all, you know what, you can talk about all kinds of things. But see, as a teacher, you really have to watch where you're talking about black holes and a-holes. You guys are tough. I think you guys have the toughest thing ever. Oh.
Hello. The comedian in this segment requested not to be part of the YouTube video, but please watch more of the videos on this channel. There's plenty of Bombing Run and This Just In News Comedy Club shows, as well as sketches. Oh, and hit like and subscribe too for more videos coming up. Thank you. And now where's those credits?
Oh, what? I can release this now. Fast and Furious 9 is coming out, guys. And I want to show you guys my part of it because I want to make sure you guys understand. I helped Vin Diesel out and I am one of his stand-ins. Hold on a second. Okay, that was it. There you go. That's my 2 seconds in Fast and Furious 9. You see the back of my head, you'll know that I was there. Maybe. But you know what? That was our show for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being on. I want to thank Emma Paxton, Nancy Wright, Kelly Zemnickis, Lacy Lansford, Bill Douglas, and Brett Singer. Let's all give you guys a big round of applause. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being on this show tonight. And you know what? There'll be another show next Saturday. Somehow I'm sneaking one in underneath my sister-in-law's birthday. I'm going to go, I don't feel so good, and I'm coming here to do a show. They don't watch this, do they? But you can watch the replay of this on YouTube on This Just In News after I get done watching probably Lucifer or whatever else I can find on Netflix tonight. So, for all of us here on This Just In News Comedy Club show, thank you for tuning in. And this has been an Oddly Funny production. Thank you guys. Bye.
Everyone,
This has been an oddly funny production.